Well, hello. Hello, hello. It's Mary Blocker here, and I am so excited to share with you the many messages and the Butterfly Brilliance and Butterfly Wishes dies and all of the products that are in the Butterfly Bouquet. I am Mary from Mary's Card Cafe, and I am so excited that you're here. I am trying for the first time, you guys, to use my phone to do a YouTube video, because I've always done just where I record and I then upload, but I've always wanted to do the live videos, and I'm so excited. Then upload, but I've always... So I wanted to share today with you the I'm going to look here about, I want to have chat on, so I'm going to type just hello. Whoop. And see if that gets things started. I have chat on, but I'm not sure if it's going to show. Sometimes when I've tried to do a live before, it hasn't worked. Anyway, but I am Mary from Mary's Card Cafe, and I'm so excited, you guys. I wanted to share, I do a Facebook Live every single Wednesday over on my Facebook channel, and I'll put that down in down in the description. I also want to ask, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying so hard. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. And once I get 1,000 subscribers, I am going to do some great giveaways. So I wanted to talk about the Many Messages bundle. And it's all greetings, and there's so many greetings, and then a coordinating die set, the messages dies. And what you do is you have one stamp, and you would ink up one whole big stamp and then use your dies to die cut them out. And then what you end up with is a bag. Put them in a bag, and you've got a whole bunch of greetings ready to give as a gift to somebody, or even just have as you know, for your crafting things. The different colors you could do, just stamp black onto white cardstock, or you know, stamp a dark blue onto a light blue. Lots of things you could do there. Now, the other piece that I wanted to share is this is an upcoming product, which is so exciting. And this upcoming product, ooh, getting a little fuzzy, I see. Hopefully that'll clear up. This also is a one stamp. All these butterflies, just beautiful. And there is a coordinating die set called Butterfly Wishes. And in the Butterfly Wishes, just look at all of this. This one die, it will die cut out all of your butterflies perfectly. There's also this sheet that has some accents of dies and things that is really great. And then, of course, the beautiful detailed butterflies. I like to think about doing these in vellum and things like that. It would be really great. Now, what also is part of this upcoming, this whole bit of products I'm going to share with you with the butterflies are available in March. They'll be available in March all the way through May 3rd. Now, the consumables are while supplies last, so that's something that you'll want to keep in mind. But anyway, there's also, in part of the Butterfly Bouquet suite of products that are coming in March, there's this beautiful, beautiful paper. Look at how beautiful this paper is. There are 8 sheets of each of the designs. Look at that one. And I just love the back sides and the front sides, just so nice. The other piece, I'm going to lay this right here to show you. This is exciting, you guys. Just like that. You can lay this right on the Designer Series paper, Run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and you will get 6 beautiful cutout butterflies. Now, I did that already for my Facebook time, and I have a baggie of butterflies. Oh, and I tell you, these butterflies are really sturdy. You know, Stampin' Up's Designer Series paper is really sturdy, so it's really great. It's really nice. So I have a bag of those, so it's great. I have a bag of greetings and a bag of butterflies. Now I have some great ways to make some cards. So I want to share the cards that I did in my weekly Facebook Live, and then I thought I could go ahead and make a couple more cards. So here's the first card that I had made. I just took that beautiful Designer Series paper. This has Mint Macaron and Magenta Madness colors in it. And then one of the butterflies that I die cut out. Here's one of my greetings, sending a smile your way, and a couple of the in-color gems there. And there that is. Isn't that pretty? Quick and simple. I had already done the work getting all those greetings already done. Here's another. I really like this one here. I love this paper. And here's 2 of my butterflies. And then sending happy thoughts. One of the things I really like about the many messages is that you get all different sizes and shapes of the greetings. This is Pool Party Sheer Ribbon, and then this piece right here, this is another part of the suite of products of the Butterfly Bouquet. It's a 12 by 12 sheet. I'll show you a piece that I have sitting over here. Hello, where are you? Come here. Here it is. It's actually shiny. It's silky. It's very silky. And because it's silky, it's almost like the pearlescent paper. And because it's silky, I'm going to use Stays-On ink when I stamp on this, because that's an alcohol base and it dries quickly. So that's a beautiful card, isn't it? It's just stunning. Here's another one. Now this one I'm calling a sampler. What I did is I took some of those other dies, those accent dies, and I laid them out and ran them through the die cut machine, and then I repeated it again another time. And then I took a beautiful piece of the Designer Series paper. I took this piece right here that reminded me of cotton candy, and I cut that down to underlay and put the basic white on top, and so you can see through where those holes are from the die cuts. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm happy to hear of your exciting news. Congratulations. And again, using those in color gems. Now this one, you guys, oh my gosh. I have to tell you, this one is just stunning to me. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this greeting, was just perfect for it. And I'm added the fancy phrases here, stamp set, to give kind of that layered look, that dimension layered look. And I thought what I'd do is, I'd like to do this card for you. And then I'll do a whole nother butterfly card that we haven't even done yet to see what else we can do. But I want to show you how I managed to do that right there, okay? So I have a piece of basic black cardstock, 5.5, scored at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I then have a piece of mint macaron, cut at 5 by 4 for a layer. I have a piece of 5 by 4 basic white for the inside, and then I have a layer of the beautiful, beautiful touch of linen, or I can't quite remember what it's called, new paper. There's 2 sheets, 12 by 12 sheets in a package. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. Now the other thing I have is I happen to have a die cut out stitched rectangle from the Stitch Rectangle dies. Okay, and so I'm going to take that, and that's what we're going to use for this. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is to use my Stampin' Seal. Oh, I'm not going to use my Stampin' Seal yet. Sorry. Maybe I will. I'm going to use just a little, oh, the back side of this. See how it's just kind of a cream, has a little bit of texture in there, almost like a subtle texture. But I'm just going to tack one tiny little bit and even make it to where it's not too sticky, and I'm going to lay that right down there, okay? I'm going to use my StazOn ink and then my Fancy Phrases flower. I love the Fancy Phrases stamp set, you guys. It is gorgeous. Let me bring it over. See how gorgeous this is? You've got these beautiful bouquet of flowers there and this flower stem, and then fantastic greetings for the outside and the inside of the card. A little something just for you, keep in case you need it sometime. It's just a wonderful, wonderful stamp set. This also is going to be featured in my March Madness virtual stamp camp. Hang on and watch, and I will be sharing that towards the end. So I'm going to use the big bouquet here, and I'm going to use StazOn, which is an alcohol-based ink. Means it's going to dry quickly and it dries permanent. And that's what we want. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to stamp right down nice and hard and pull it up. Now I want to keep it right there. That's going to come in handy when I go to do my stitch square. I'll show you too why I'm doing it the way I'm doing, because wouldn't I just lay my rectangle right on top of there and stamp it at the same time? Well, I could, but then I'm not going to get a really good crisp clean edge. All right, so I'm going to take and set this aside, and notice how I have my square around here. Now I'm just going to bring my rectangle, stitched rectangle, whoop, had it on the wrong side, my stitched rectangle right center of that, and now I'm going to ink up my flower again. And when I do this, I'm going to come over and line up my flower right to the stamp that was already done and left on my mat. So I'm just stamping right over it. And there's that beautiful, beautiful flower. Now you can use your watercolor pencils. You can watercolor with our water painters. You can color just with markers or even leave it like I am. Ooh, I've got to turn this around. So sorry. Line that up just the way I stamped it on the mat and press down. There we go. Now, I want to show you one that I did differently, just so you can see the difference of it, okay? Now, this one I did by putting the rectangle right on top and I stamped, but do you see the gap that's happened here on these corners? That gap has happened because the cardstock is thicker and it's raised up. And so when you try to stamp, you can't get that edge along there. The rubber with the ink just doesn't touch it. So I find it easy to do this first and then to use my stamping that I have over there. I stamped right over top. So I know this is going to layer perfectly lined up when I come back to glue it down. What I am going to do though is to use dimensionals for this. I have used my dimensionals like crazy lately, so I need to pull out a whole new sheet here. I try to use my dimensionals all the way to the end, but sometimes that will just take too long. Now, when I am adhering a rectangle like this, I'm going to use quite a bit of dimensionals, you guys. I'm going to do 5 just like that, but then I'm also going to put a dimensional here, and whoops, oh no, that dimensional just stuck everywhere. And that one's going to go right here. Okay. Take my dimensionals off and I'll mount that up, and then we'll get our card back all together. So when I just lay this here, aren't those flowers just stunning? I love it. And then they have a bit of the texture from the grain pattern that's on that paper. So now I'm just going to line it up. There we go. There we go. And now it's laying across. We've got no gaps or spaces anywhere, and it's just perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue down my layer here. Onto my mint macaron. Mint macaron is such a pretty color. Oh, I've injured my arm just about a week ago. And I think it's just I pulled muscles or something. And let me get some of this gunk off of here, you guys. It's catching. And boy, I'm just having terrible troubles with it. Oh, it's just awful. It hurts to even lift it up. It's kind of crazy. So there we are. The black and the mint macaron. Oh, those colors are all just stunning. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my butterflies. And I already used, if you look at my first card, I already used the mint macaron, but I thought, you know what? This yellow one would be stunning just like that. So I'm going to do that. And for this, I'm going to use my glue dots. Now the mini glue dots are perfect because they allow the butterfly to have a bit of dimension, to be raised up a bit, but not as much as a dimensional would. And since the rectangle's already raised up with a dimensional and quite tall, or quite raised up, I'm just going to use the glue dots. And just along the center of that butterfly, so it can have some dimension to it. All right, now I'm going to get my bag of good greetings. And you know, I think I slipped one in here. Oh, I know why I slipped one in here. That's for the card I haven't made yet. And I'm going to design it right here in front of you. So I'm going to keep that in there and look at the ones we have here. Now, this butterfly is larger than the mint macaron one, but I just love this little scalloped rectangle. I thought that was just so cute. But look at all these wonderful greetings, you guys. Something small. I could do my congratulations right here. It needs to be small. How about just this little tiny, hi there. I think that'll be great. I love it. Now I'm going to use just a little bit of liquid glue because my stamp and seal is too wide. And this liquid glue is a nice choice for smaller things. We have adhesives for everything. All right, now pick this up here. Try not to get a bunch of glue on myself. What I also like about the liquid glue is it's positional, repositional, so I have a little bit of time to make sure things are straight. So there's that, but I have the inside of my card to do. So let's take a look at, obviously I'm gonna use my flower again, that beautiful bouquet. Oh, I just love it. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the corner again. And of course, we don't have to stop there with those many messages that were die cut out. I can add one of those to the inside as well. So we'll say, hi there. And then we could say, I'm happy to celebrate I'm happy to celebrate big moments with you. Ah, I love that one. I don't have my readers on. I'm so sorry. So I was like struggling a little bit with what in the world that one word was. Yeah, getting older, needing that. There we are. Ah, I'm happy to celebrate big moments with you. And that big, beautiful butterfly. Oh, they are just stunning. Now, don't get me wrong. I, of course, would love to stamp out my own butterflies and color them But when I am looking for creating quick cards, I am going to die cut these beautiful designer series paper butterflies. So there it is. Hi there. I'm happy to celebrate big moments with you using the Fancy Phrases Flower Burst. So there's those two right there. And you can see just completely changes the card, doesn't it? I love that. Okay. Let me get some of these little scraps out of the way. All right, so how about one more fun project we can do? I have a piece of basic white cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I ran through using the Scripty embossing folder for another little layer so I could get some good texture. I'm going to go ahead and glue that. Now, one thing I always tell people is whenever I have dry embossed something, I like to use liquid glue, and the reason for that is, one, it will stick much better than just tape adhesive, but also when you use your tape adhesive runner, you're pressing against your embossed paper, your embossed cardstock, and you could actually press out some of that embossing, and you don't want to do that. I mean, you embossed it for a purpose to make it raised up, and so I wanted to make sure to keep that raised up Scripty all raised up. Now I've done that, and now this is all about the butterflies, right? So let's dump out our butterflies. And this was the greeting I wanted to use, just a card to say hello, to say hello. I know these greetings are great, and I love that this is all scalloped around it. Ah, I love it. Then I thought I would have my blue butterfly here. And then I thought these two little butterflies would be really cute. Did I say yellow butterflies? No, just these two butterflies would be really cute. Now I thought it would be great to go ahead and put them down kind of going like this. So the first thing I'm going to put down is my blue. This is a Misty Moonlight butterfly. And I am going to let him have his wings raised up. He's going to go right in the middle. There we go. Then I'm going to put this one here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and have these be straight down on the card, have them not raised up. So I'm going to use just a little bit of my liquid glue and put that one right here. Then I'm going to take this one and put it above my little butterfly. Is it right in the center? I'm not too sure. Yeah, that looks good. Let me just make sure that he is kind of equal apart from those two, just like that. And he's raised up. And then I thought this could go right here. And it's also going to get glued down. I also use my liquid glue when I'm gluing onto something that's been dry embossed. I want that to kind of tuck under there like so. Very nice. I like it. Very nice. The other thing I'd like to do here is to bring in my 2020 to 2022 dots. Woo! My little gummy on my Take Your Pick tool is like exploded on me here. All right. I am going to use the, if I look at colors, the Misty Moonlight to me looks like it will be the best. So I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to put another one down here by the greeting. And another one right here, down here. Kind of just look to see where it seems like it would make the most sense. And it's going to go right there. So you take your pick tool, works great. Lifts those things off easily, pops them right down even easier. All right, beautiful. Just a card to say hello. So that is so much fun, and I still have 3 more butterflies to use. So think about that. I ran through using the butterfly die. It took 2 pieces of this designer series paper, and I got 12 butterflies. I ran through my many messages once, and I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like 20 greetings. And I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 fantastic, beautiful cards. I love it. This was so fun. So I just want to remind you that the Butterfly Bouquet products will be available March 2nd through May 3rd. One thing I wanted to bring to your attention, though, that the consumable products, that means the grain paper here, the designer series paper, those products are available while supplies last. So you'll want to get those right away. Now, I wanted to talk just a minute about a fantastic thing that's coming. I'm so excited about it. It is my virtual Mary's Card Cafe March Madness virtual stamp camp. It's going to be a Facebook Live. It might be Facebook Live and YouTube Live, Saturday, March 27th at 11 o'clock. Now, what this means is that participants who pay the $35 registration fee, you will receive supplies for 5 stamping projects, a roll of the pool party sheer ribbon, and we saw that sheer ribbon right here. This sheer ribbon, it's beautiful. You'll get a whole roll of that. You'll get a package of Playing with Patterns resin dots, a whole package of that. You'll get a quarter package of Playing with Patterns DSP, and you'll get entries for big prizes with your registration. So $35 also includes shipping. So $35, all of these wonderful things packaged up, sent to you, getting ready for our March 27th virtual stamp camp. Now, entries for big prizes, only people who register and purchase the Stamp Camp kit will be able to win the prizes. But I'll have stamping bundles and coloring collections and all sorts of fantastic things. So you don't want to hesitate on this. I will have only a limited number of packets for people to purchase, and the ultimate deadline for registering is March 15th. That allows me to get everything ordered, packaged, and out to you for that March 27th date. So March 15th deadline to register. You can check this out over on my Facebook page as well and register right there. If you register on Facebook, it'll cost you $34.99. Don't know why. It's just the way it is. If you have any more questions, you can contact me. I'll put all the information below. And I just want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope my first live using my phone is working out great, and recorded this. But I tell you what, this right here, oh my gosh. The other reason I really was excited about this is because of the Fancy Phrases stamp set. This is such a stunning stamp set that you can use anywhere. And I do have a sketch challenge on my blog right now. If you send a card to me using the sketch challenge that I've laid out, you have a chance to win this. So I'll put that information down below too. But I'm going to use this during the virtual stamp camp for a project. That's one of our projects we'll do, is using this. So I just love it. Anywho, for the virtual stamp camp, I will be prepping and creating all of the projects that I'm going to be doing. And so I'll be able to give information on what are those stamp sets and things that we're using. So in case you want to purchase any of those things, you can. Well, I just want to say thank you so much, you guys. I think my live today was a success, and I think I'll be able to do some scheduled lives and remind you. So if you want to be reminded of any of my things, push that subscribe and that bell, because then you'll be notified whenever I upload videos or am going to have a live video. Hey, let me know, you guys, which card do you like the best? Which card really makes you smile? That's what I'd like to know. Well, that's it for tonight. So be sure to check out below the blog and details on my virtual stamp camp coming March 27th. I'm so excited. And until then, you guys, happy stamping.